Ryan Lindley said afterwards, after the 40-35 defeat at TCU this past weekend, moral victories are done at San Diego State. Well, the junior quarterback's on the Corky's hotline here on Double X 1090 as they get set for the Utah Utes. And, of course, you can go to goaztecs.com if you want to find tickets. Here is Ryan Lindley on a Monday on Double X 1090. Ryan, great quote. I know all the Aztec fans loved it. Thank you very much for a couple minutes.
Oh, no problem, guys. It's just the change in attitude we have, and that's how we all felt after the game. So.
Well, who do we attribute that to? Because it's real easy to say that's a Brady Hoke thing. Is it as simple as that, or is it a change of culture inside the entire locker room, athletic department? I mean, who deserves most credit for that attitude?
I think it's a lot with Coach Hoke and what he's done, but at the same time, like you said, it's been up to our seniors and the leaders on this team to get everyone to buy into that mindset and that attitude. So it's our senior leadership on this team is great this year, and they've done a great job of getting this team together. And we're a tight knit group, so we all think alike, and we're all on that page. Was there a time where moral victories, though, were a 40-35 defeat at TCU, the number 3 team in the country? Was there a time where that would have been okay? I think in the past that's the way we looked at things, and I think we can all look and see where that got us, and that's not where we want to be. And I think with what we've taken, we still know we did some things well in the second half, and there's positive things you can take from the game, but overall you want to come out with a victory, and we didn't play our best football, and we know that we could have came out with one. So it was a TCU, and then we just wish we could have got it done. But we'll move on next week and play some great football. We're talking to Ryan Lindley on Double X 1090. All right, how long does it take to get over a loss like that? I would think by Monday, knowing college football Saturday. Are you over it yet? Yeah, you got to get over it on Sunday night. You move on to your next week and start looking at your next opponent, and it's a quick turnaround. You got to get ready for practice on Tuesday and go out and just see what the coaches dial up for you game plan wise. Talking to San Diego State quarterback Ryan Lindley on Double X 1090. So, Ryan, you guys you're the quarterback for a team which is bowl eligible for the first time since 1998. And, you guys, regardless of how it plays out the next 2 weeks, and personally, and I know everybody in this audience hopes that you guys go out there and win against Utah and UNLV. That being said, do you feel, it hasn't been done since 1998. Is it noticeable, the accomplishments already, when it comes to San Diego State fans and even up and around campus? I think we've gotten some recognition for what we've done, but inside and in the locker room, we're dead focused on what we need to do. And it was the Mountain West Conference Championship, and it's too bad that we've kind of lost that goal after this weekend. But we still got a lot of things that we can do and be productive as a team throughout this year and finish it strong in these last 2 games. We're glad we're at home, and we're going to be in front of the home crowd, and we'll play some good football. So you don't feel, though, like things have changed once you guys became bowl eligible? We really haven't looked at it like that. And as far as with what we're doing schedule-wise, we stay pretty busy and haven't had much time to relish in any of that. So I'm sure it's something we'll look back on. But right now we're focused, and we're on the grind for what we need to do. You brought something up just 2 minutes ago, and I don't think people really realized it. Everybody's thinking that you guys are disappointed because you had a chance to knock off the number 3 team in the country. I don't think people realize that you also lost an opportunity to win the Mountain West Conference. I feel like sometimes we kind of got to explain that to people. You guys aren't upset because you had a chance at an upset. You're upset because you would have won the Mountain West Conference, we think. If you had pulled off, at least you would be in position to win the Mountain West Conference had you beaten TCU. Yeah, that was the biggest thing for us. Going into the game, we really, you don't pay much attention to rankings or anything like that. We knew TCU was a good team, and you have to respect that. And coming in, you got to play some good football. But at the same time, it was all about, and since conferences started, it's always been about just going for that Mountain West Conference Championship this year, and it's a goal that we fell short on. But it doesn't mean we can't finish up strong and possibly have a 10-win season. It's funny because I think people hear Brady Hoke say that stuff. Your head coach, he was in studio, and I asked him about that, about going to a bowl game, and he looked at me like he was going to kill me first and foremost. And he's like, no, our goal is to go out there and win the Mountain West Conference. And sometimes, people just put that stuff off to the side, and they think it's lip service.
your head coach really, I mean, that is what he's all about, winning the Mountain West Conference, right? I mean, can you explain that to the fans who think that sometimes these coaches are just saying that stuff because it sounds good?
No, I mean, that's been since last year and since January when we started training for this season. That's been our goal. That's been our number one thing we're shooting for, and we know that through that and through attaining that goal, we'll get everything that comes with that. A bowl game, a good record, a winning season, all the things that are also, smaller goals. But our main thing has been shoot for a Mountain West Conference championship, and that's what it'll continue to be as long as we're here and as long as we're working hard. And I think it's something that, like you said, people were looking at us at the beginning of the year and the off season, kind of like, okay, yeah, you're supposed to say that, but it's been something that's been true in our hearts, and we completely believe this entire season, and we'll continue to believe as an Aztec team.
No question about it, and I will throw myself in that category. When your head coach said that, I kind of went, well, that's a nice thing to say, but everybody knows ball games. So, I mean, I got to give you guys credit for buying in on that front. We're talking to Ryan Lindley on Double X 1090. What was the atmosphere? What was the environment like there at TCU? You guys have played in big-time environments already this season at Missouri, so on and so forth. What was it like there at TCU, especially at 14-0? How quiet was it inside the building?
Yeah, it's a nice stadium, and they have a lot of support. So they were rowdy and they were pretty loud at the beginning of the game. But when we got up quick on them, it got real quiet, and they kind of got back into it when they started racking up some points on us, but it just we kind of shut them down again in the second half. It's a good feeling when you're on the road and you can get a crowd like that in a stadium like that to kind of be dead quiet when you're moving the ball and when you're scoring points like that. So it's something we enjoy and kind of motivates us. What
happened at halftime? Because sure enough, they go on that run there. You guys are up 14-0. And then they go on their run. I said it earlier. It was almost like a tale of three different games. You guys had your run, they had theirs, then you guys come back. What was it like at halftime? Because I know a lot of people probably gave up on the game at the half. What was it like for you guys inside the locker room?
I think we were frustrated. I think it was based on what we needed to do. We knew we weren't doing, and it was frustrating based on the fact that in the first quarter we were doing that. And we were getting it done, and we started fast like we wanted to. It was just we needed to be consistent. We knew we needed to come out in the second half and play a lot better. So I think it was frustration, but it was used as motivation. I think it wasn't anything negative and no chippiness. It was all just we knew what we needed to do and get on the task at hand.
And you obviously didn't quit. I mean, that's the one thing everybody said, well, all right, San Diego State had his nice little run there, but, this is the real TCU team. And then you guys come out in the second half and you go on your own run. I mean, you outscore them in the second half, I think 21-3. So, hey, what was working for you guys offensively against the team? I know we're not into moral victories here, but what was working for a team that allows 8.5 points a game? I mean, did you guys feel that kind of confidence going into the week that you guys could move the ball against that team?
Yeah, they're a good defense, and schematically they do a lot of things to match their athletes up with on the outside and on the inside. They got a lot of guys that can cover ground and move in space, and but we kind of saw with the guys we got on the outside with VJ and DeMarco, we could pretty much go out there every day and know that nobody's going to be able to cover them one-on-one. And that's what we did, and we tried to exploit their matchups on the outside, and we got a couple of big plays on them. VJ had a couple of nice catches downfield, and even DeMarco was doing a good job wiggling and getting open. I just missed a couple of those shots to him, but it's something that we try to do, try to exploit people downfield.
Yeah, this is Brady Hoke's second season. I wonder, Ryan, how long did it take for you to buy in to Brady Hoke? Was it immediately? Did it take a season? Did it take a second? I mean, how long did it take for you to buy into your head coach?
For myself, it was as soon as I talked to him. I got a chance to sit down and talk to him after he was hired here, and just our first meeting with him as a team. I think a lot of guys really just saw what he was about, and it was apparent that he was real. He was real, that he cared about you, and you knew that you were going to be able to grow in a relationship with him as a coach and a player-coach relationship, and also just person to person, and almost a fatherly role that he takes on this team. And we all knew that if we followed him and trusted him, that we'd be going to better places.
Well, you guys have lost twice so far this year, and everybody wondered how you'd handle the losing. You bounced back from Missouri. You won a big game. I think it was Utah State. You bounced back from BYU. You knock off a ranked team in Air Force. You learn more about yourself here when you lose or when you win some of these games?
I think if you're taking it and if you're taking the right mindset and going about it the right way, you're going to learn a lot of things from every game. But obviously, it stings a little bit more, and things are going to stay with you when you lose because you don't want to feel that way. But I think it's just something every week we look and we know we need to play better and execute better and be consistent for 4 quarters. I think it's something we'll go about this week and practice and practice hard, get ourselves prepared, and go play our best football on Saturday night.
Are you upset that Utah's leaving the Mountain West Conference?
It's I don't know if it's my place to talk about that stuff.
Are you going to miss them?
They're making a decision on what they need to do, but we'll continue to just play our game.
That's it. So you're not going to miss them?
No, they're going to do their thing. We're going to do ours. So.
Do you like Utah? Do you like playing them?
I like the Aztecs. I remember that.
That's funny. All right. Well, hey, this weekend should be a big one. I just wonder, with you guys being where you are, I think you guys, I don't know how much you pay attention because I know you got class and you got family and you got practice and you got every other thing going on. But, you guys, people are talking about you, and I just wonder what that feels like here because it's been 12 years since people have talked about San Diego State and bowl game and what it might mean there. So I hope they're appreciating it up on campus there.
Yeah, it's something I think we can look back on. Right now, with the way we are, and Coach has us focused up, and as a team, we're pretty focused on what we need to do. So we aren't looking much at that. But I think after the season's done, after the bowl game's done, we'll get a chance to kind of really look back on what we've done and enjoy it, and just get ready for our next off season.
Well, Ryan, appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I know that quote, like I said earlier, I don't want to say congratulations on a loss because that sounds ridiculous, but congratulations on that quote because I think that quote's a real eye-opener and it gives everybody a glimpse as to what San Diego State's all about. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you, guys.
All right, you got it. Ryan Lindley here, quarterback at San Diego State.